comes a special hour Super Night show, so don't you dare go away. It's coming right up.
Chicago Harness Racing with Mike Paradise and Eleanor Flavin.
Good evening and welcome to Chicago Harness Racing. We've got race results from Saturday night Super Night at Sportsman's Park. Over $1 million in purses given away to the top Illinois breds in the state of Illinois. And again, we always get so geared up and so excited about Super Night, walking through the stands, seeing all the owners, looking at all the fans. And I love Super Night.
You know, it's always exciting, the anticipation, of course. All the owners pointing for this, and it's kind of fun before the races to see them, and hopefully they'll all be smelling afterwards, because all the finalists are going to make a lot of money.
They sure are.
So,
I think that the Colton Geldings are going for $300,000 alone, and that is a big chunk of change.
$360,000, and I think the girls in the orange and blue $310,000.
All right, let's go straight to the race results. Let's get the daily double out of the way. It's a consolation race here in the first race. It's an orange and blue for 2-year-old Colton Geldings, Illinois conceived and foaled, and we've got Gil Levine with the call from the winner's circle.
They're often pacing with Tammy's Ideal out fast. American Firecracker came away well, driving up from the far outside. Here comes Casino Dino, and he's moving fastest of all to take the lead. Under the finish wire the first time, Casino Dino now leads by 2. American Firecracker second. Racing in third, He's Amazing. Lake Hills Chris came away fourth. 3 lengths back to Duke Mantee in fifth. Another 2 back to Fire the Cannon, 6th, racing 7th. Tiffany Satan moving quickly on the outside to be 8th. You Betcha Buddy. BP Surprise 9th and trailing the field. He's Amazing. 15 lengths covers the field off a quarter and 29 flat. On the mid-back stretch, Casino Dino leads a length and a half. American Firecracker stalking his every move, second by 2. Tammy's Ideal third, racing 4th. Lake Hills Chris. In 5th position, Duke Mantee, then it's Fire the Cannon 6th, BP Surprise 7th. You Betcha Buddy seems to have lost that pace he had earlier. He's fading on the outside, then it's BP Surprise, and trailing still, He's Amazing. Half was in 58 and 2, and around the far turn, Casino Dino leads a length and a half. American Firecracker second. Tammy's Ideal now moves it closer third. Lake Hills Chris trying to flush him out fourth. Alertly saving ground and advancing on the inside. Here comes Duke Mantee. Fire the Cannon tips 3 deep in the final quarter mile. Casino Dino leads by 3 on the outside. Lake Hills Chris is charging up. It's Lake Hills Chris on the outside now taking the lead. Casino Dino racing second. Duke Mantee tips to the outside third. Fire the Cannon fourth in the final 1/8 of a mile. Your leader is Lake Hills Chris. He's drawing away by 3. Duke Mantee and a late move by Tiffany Satan. Lake Hills Chris has the lead and will win it by 3. Tiffany Satan up on the outside for second, close for third, Duke Mantee.
And the victory goes to number 4, Lake Hills Chris. Joe Anderson drives and trains and pays $580. Tiffany Satan and Dwayne Rowland was second. Duke Mantee and Doug Hamilton third. Pace a mile 157 and 2 fifths. 4-6 Perfecta pays $82.40. And the first half of the daily double is number 4.
The second race is the Pete Langley Memorial Consolation. This is number 2. We had a field of 9 horses. We had no changes. And Gil at trackside.
They're off. That's Matt's Venture on the outside with Bill the bartender down along the rail. Willard the Wizard and Livin' Right gets the lead. Willard the Wizard is second. Fox Valley Gunner third. Matt's Venture is fourth. Mystical Yankee fifth. Wally Bully racing sixth. In 7th, Battle Skip trailing the field round the turn. Bill the bartender off the quarter, 28 and 4. Livin' Right shows the way, a length and a half. Racing second, Willard the Wizard. Fox Valley Gunner is third. Matt's Venture racing fourth. In 5th position, Mystical Yankee up on the outside now. 6th, that's Battle Skip. Wooly Bully is 7th, trailing the field. Bill the bartender. They go off the half-mile pole in 58. and 4/5. On the front end, the leader by a length and a half is Living Right. Willard the Wizard is second. Fox Valley Gunner racing third. Now up on the outside, fourth is Battle Skip. They swing round the turn. On the front end, the leader 3/4 of a length as they turn for home. Living Right. That's Fox Valley Gunner out there second. Towards the inside, Willard the Wizard third. Fox Valley Gunner on the outside gets that lead. It's Fox Valley Gunner the leader. Living Right racing second. Closing ground third. Willard the Wizard in the lane. Fox Valley Gunner shows the way. It's Fox Valley Gunner the leader. Willard the Wizard racing second. They're across the track in a driving finish now. Living Right. Living Right gets that lead. It's Living Right, Willard the Wizard, and Fox Valley Gunner.
And the winner was Living Right. That's Daryl Lyons in the bike. Doug Lyons trains a good price at $12.20. 157-1 is a new mark. Willard the Wizard. Walter Paisley second. Wooly Bully. Tom Harmer third. The winning perfecta pays $58.80. The daily double $57.20. Winning trifecta 3, 1, and 5 $225.80.
And that's the daily double from Saturday Night Super Night at Sportsman's Park. Stay tuned, because coming up right after this, it's the top 3-year-olds. It's US 99 against Panic Attack in the Grandma Ann.
There's just a one, and there's no mistaking it one.
Hello, Joe. What do you know?
Faking it one. Just for the feeling.
All right, let's sample a bottle.
With real attraction.
I'll make it 2. 1 for you and 1 for me.
Just for the taste.
Now we get warm.
Diet Coke.
The Illinois Harness Horsemen's Association wants you to know about the driver's use of the whip. Coming up the lane, there is a lot of action with the whip. Just what is the driver hitting?
I usually try to pop the saddle pad. It makes a noise. It makes like a popping noise. And a horse will respond to the popping noise a lot better than he does if you hit him.
I try to hit the shaft.
Most of the time you're hitting the shaft or your wheel discs or, or your number.
Welcome back, and we've got race results from Saturday Night Super Night at Sportsman's Park with the first of many, many main events on the evening's card. It's the Grandma Ann for 3-year-old Illinois conceived in foaled fillies. $183,000 is the purse on the line, and John Bootenshane and Fox Valley Standardbred have Fox Valley Jillian, Aaron's Honey, and Fox Valley Tizzy as the entry. Trying to beat US 99 is Panic Attack, and let's go to the call of Joe Mazzoni.
They're often pacing US 99 away quickly between horses. Fire Engine Red, Aaron's Honey came away well. They drive for position, and it's Fire Engine Red, the chestnut filly, your leader a length. Racing in second, US 99, Panic Attack, drives to the outside third. She's My Bobo 2, comes away fourth. Aaron's Honey parked fifth, off stride, rough gated, but back on stride. Now off stride, US 99. They go by the opening quarter with Fire Engine Red on top, 28 2/5 seconds. She's My Bobo 2 racing in second, Panic Attack. She moves strongly out to challenge the leader third. Racing in fourth, How's By You Darling, a length back to Fox Valley Jillian racing in fifth. 4.5 back, Aaron's Honey. She's parked out there in sixth. Along the inside, Zanstra racing in seventh. Fox Valley Tizzy in eighth. Clinique racing in ninth, back on stride, but at the end is US 99. They're racing for the half. They go by the half, 57-3. It's Panic Attack, your leader, a length and 3/4. Fire Engine Red right there in second. She's My Bobo 2, racing in third. Coming on fourth, How's By You Darling. To the inside of her, Aaron's Honey racing in fifth. Fox Valley Jillian is out there in sixth. Looking for racing room seventh, Zanstra. Coming on eighth, Fox Valley Tizzy, Clinique racing in ninth, and still at the end, US 99. They've got a 1/4 of a mile to pace in the Grandma Ann. And up on the outside, Fire Engine Red. She's your leader a length, Panic Attack. Battles to hold on second, She's My Bobo 2. Gains strongly third, How's By You Darling moves up. Zanstra finds racing room and is charging through between horses. For the final eighth of a mile, Fire Engine Red, she digs in, but She's My Bobo 2 is fastest of all. Now Now it's She's My Bobo 2 drawing off to win the Grandma Ann. Fire Engine Red second, close for third between Zanstra and How's By You Darling.
And an upset victory for number 2, She's My Bobo 2. Art Gregory Jr. drives, William Rossi trains, 1:56 and 2 the time for the mile. Fire Engine Red going a tough mile with Walter Paisley got second. How's By You Darling, and Dean McGee was third. Again on the mile, 1:56 and 2. We've got a 2.7 Perfecta, pays 87.80, 2.74 in the try, $3,195.40. Of course, everybody shocked by the incident with the heavy favorite US 99 braking, going off stride, panic attack right behind her, getting the trip. So far, early reports from all trainers are that both horses are fine. Have no idea why the horse went off stride.
As far as US 99 was concerned.
US 99 and panic attack?
Yeah.
I mean, she had to go a tough mile.
Yeah, she was impeded
early.
Yeah. And when we talked to our Gregory, and he said that helped.
Yes.
The way the race shaped up, as far as I was concerned, it couldn't be any better because your horse is definitely a come from behind her.
Sure is. They got a little break when panic attack broke. I mean, I hate to see that and everything, but I got a 2-hole trip behind Fire Engine Red, and
it took advantage of it.
Yeah.
Well, when a panic attack broke, do you think that cost her the race? I thought she was a little short in the stretch anyway.
I know how bad how bad of a break it was. If she caught back pacing quick or not.
Yes, she did.
But I don't know.
Well, this horse here, it got real good at the right time, as far as I'm concerned. Went down to Springfield and Du Quoin.
Mm-hmm.
You race big against US 99, and that obviously she was eliminated too. When she went off stride.
US 99?
Yes.
Yeah. So she had a good trip. She just got lucky and got out. And went from there.
Well, going into the race, did you think you had a shot, or did you think you need a little bit of luck?
I thought she had a big shot. If I had the right trip. I mean, a little luck, and
the luck went your way.
Luck went my way.
Got to be the biggest win for you.
Biggest, real big.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
And William Rossi trains and owns She's My Bobo 2. How did he feel about the big race? How does it feel to be US 99 and panic attack in that big race?
Well, I always thought I could do it for the last 2 years at the right time, and I got a break. US 99 made a break, and maybe panic attack wasn't her best, but my filly was at her best, so.
So you've had to live with the disappointment of the horse not peaking at the right time. Phyllis, do you think it was really the combination of the two of them peaking at the right time, getting ready for Super Night?
Yes, I do.
So now you had a couple other horses. What is your overall evaluation here of this Super Night with the crowd and everybody, and you winning and taking home all that money?
Well, it really gives trainers something to shoot for, a chance to really make a few bucks, and I think it's a great opportunity. I'd hate to see them discontinue it.
Well, congratulations. You won the Grandma Ann and all that money. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations to the orange and blue winner. She's My Bobo 2.
Oh, the fourth race was another final. This is the Anvonian final, $60,000 on the line. Illinois bred fillies and mares. We did have a scratch. Annie Baker is out, and that left a field of 9.
They're up and pacing. Is the best left well along the rail, driving up from the center of the track. Here comes My Baby Cakes, and My Baby Cakes takes the lead. Beware of Lady showing speed tonight, and she moves up on the outside with Isabest tucked in along the rail third. Racing fourth to the opening quarter is April Pale. It's a 4-length gap. Dust them off now, closing the gap fifth. In sixth along the rail, Prize Lady. Then it's Idlewild Tiffany seventh. Semilu 8th, Silk Shadow at the end, off an opening quarter in 28 seconds flat. Beware of Lady on the outside, battling and now taking the lead, racing in second. My Baby Cakes is Isabest is third, April Pale out slightly fourth, Dust them off close up fifth. 2 lengths back, the Prize Lady sixth. On the inside, Idlewild's Tiffany seventh. Semilu out looking for cover eighth, and trailing the field, Silk Shadow 10 lengths covers the field. Off a half mile in 56 and 3, second quarter in 28 and 3. Around the far turn they race. Beware of Lady leads a length and a quarter, racing in second. Idlewild's Tiffany make that My Baby Cake second. On the outside, here comes April Pale third. Isabest getting shuffled on the inside fourth. Here comes Semilu ranging up fifth, and she's just 4 off the lead. They turn for home. Your leader by a length and a half is Beware of Lady. My Baby Cake's looking for racing room second. So is Isabest along the rail. April Pale closing on the outside. Far outside, Semalu now coming on in the final 3/16 of a mile. Beware of Lady holding firm. April Pale hanging on the outside second. My Baby Cake's looking for room. Isabest, no place to go. Your leader is Beware of Lady. April Pale, My Baby Cake's ducks to the inside. Beware of Lady still has the lead. My Baby Cake's coming through. Beware of Lady holding on. Close for second between My Baby Cake's and April Pale.
And it was Beware of Lady, trained and driven by Laverne Hosteller, an Egyptian dancer mare, Little Springwood Farm, that paid $5. And the time, a 1:55 flat. My Baby Cakes gets the photo over April Pell, who was third. Winning Perfecta pays $26.40. Winning Trifecta 7-1 and 3, $130.40. And
big congratulations to Laverne Hosteller, who drives and trains that horse and also owns the horse with his wife Lisa. Mike, talk to him trackside.
It's another super night and you're here again.
Oh, it's great. I tell you, I love these super nights, and I like when my horses race good, and Lady really race good.
And I think your lovely wife is pretty happy too.
Very happy, thank you.
Laverne, last week you raced this horse, I thought easy, and I think the main idea was to get her sharp into the finals.
Yeah, I thought she could beat him last week, but I just got a little too far back, and the 3/4 was backed up too much. And I was afraid that'll happen tonight, so I thought I'd just let her pace out of there. If there's a hole, fine. If not, why, we'll just keep going.
I was a little bit surprised when you left with the horse, but the tactics obviously worked. Coming on the lane, My Baby Cakes, you were aware right behind you.
Yeah, I knew she was right there, and I was kind of wondering who's coming up on the outside, but as you know, Lady ain't the easiest mare to drive, so I was just kind of hanging on to her, and I thought she would have enough pace to get me there, but I was making sure I knew where McGee was at, yes.
This is a horse that you talked about at one time. You claimed it for $10,000. Is it got to be your best claim ever?
I think, yeah, my best claim ever. It might be the best claim in Illinois for a long time, but I'm just glad I got her, and as long as she wants to race, I'll race her. When she wants to quit racing, she'll be a brood mare, and we'll breed her to Go Sox.
Hey, that sounds like a good combination. Congratulations.
Well, thanks again.
Well, it's really nice to have people who've been involved in the business, and Laverne is no stranger to winning a lot of money on Super Night. The very first one, he took home all the money. Congratulations. Congratulations. Let's go on to the Orange and Blue Championship for 2-year-old Illinois conceived and foaled fillies. Remember, Tex Moats had 4 horses in that race, but everybody's betting on number 8 Incredishell.
They're off. Far outside, Incredishell left well with one more and Kick Me Out. Ideal Angel drives between horses with Classical Dance. Ideal Angel gets that lead. Classical Dance second. Incredishell drops in third. Control Burn fourth. Lucky fifth. Social Tadler is 6th. One more and Kick Me Out 7th. Fox Valley Lulu is 8th. Racing in 9th. Victoria Shamlin and the Broadway Tex. They go to quarter. 27 1/5. The leader is Ideal Angel, a 1.5 lengths right there. Second, Classical Dance. A 5-length gap to third finds Incredishell. Control Burn is 4th with Locky 5th. Social Tadler is 6th. Into the half-mile they race. That's Incredishell moving up on the outside to challenge for the lead. Ideal Angel along the rail. Classical Dance is 3rd. Control Burn 4th. Larky 5th. Incredishell takes a clear length lead. Racing 2nd. Ideal Angel in 3rd as they swing round the turn. Classical Dance. Control Burn comes on 4th with Larky and Social Tadler. Incredishell is the leader. Racing in 2nd, Ideal Angel. They fan out. Incredishell leads in the final quarter of a mile. Ideal Angel 2nd out in the middle of the track. Classical Dance racing 3rd. Incredishell bringing it home now. It's Incredishell, the leader. Ideal Angel on the outside 2nd. Incredishell's going to win it. Larky moves up with Ideal Angel. Incredishell wins it. Larky's going to be 2nd. Ideal Angel 3rd.
And the victory goes to number 8 Incredishell. Jim Curran drives, Jim Bax trains, and we've got only a winning mutual of $240. Larky was 2nd with Del Insco. Ideal Angel right there to be third. 8-3 perfected, 20-80. 8-3-5 on the try, 77-80. And Incredible, what could Jim Curran have to say about how wonderful this girl is?
Jim, I put in the program, it said the headline, The Incredible Incredible, and she's really lived up to her name.
Yeah, she really has. I mean, the filly, she amazes me every time I race her. She just seems to, she loves to race and never quits trying.
Now this race was somewhat different because usually what you've been doing is making the early move to the front, but it seemed like everybody else wanted to go out there.
Well, Incredible, I mean, you just got to play it by ear because you don't know what kind of mood she's going to be in that night. And whatever mood she's in, you got to go along with. And she was nice and relaxed tonight, and the 3-hole was there, so I just ducked in and rested her a while.
You had no concern on the back stretch as far as passing up the Ideal Angel horse?
I thought I could get by him, or I wouldn't have tried it.
You know, last week you went 154 and 3, and it looked to me like you were holding her. She could have went faster.
Well, she did it all on her own. Yeah, she's something.
I know through the years you've driven a lot of great horses. I go back with you. I remember the Ramblin' Willie even at one time, and the Rob Rangers. How do you rate her?
It's hard to rate one against another in different times, but I mean, great horses are a pleasure to drive. They're just really something special.
And you got to rate her as a great one.
She definitely is right now.
Congratulations, Jim.
Thank you.
Well, I practically got lynched in the winner's circle with all the owners because I didn't pick Incredible. I went against her, but they were very happy winners, and we talked to the owner, Bob Vernol, and the trainer, Jim Banks. Okay, Jim, you were razzing me because I didn't pick her, but she is the dominating filly in this division. I just couldn't bet on her, so I could like her. Isn't that all right?
Yeah.
But really, the races have gone exactly how you thought they would go, huh?
Yeah, basically, you know, she hasn't surprised us yet. She's done everything that we've asked her to do, and she's just something special.
Now, Bob, when you bought her, how much did you buy her for?
I raised her.
You raised her.
She's our backyard horse.
Uh-huh. And Incredible Finale, how did you make the decision that you were going to breed to Incredible Finale?
Quite frankly, when he was available, I asked Walker, I said, try to get the horse so we can breed to him. I've always been a Finale fan, watched him right here at Sportsman Park, and he's great horse.
Now, what about Incredible? Where does that name come from?
Well, her mother's name is Shell's Time. That's the shell, and Incredible Finale.
So it came together. Well, the fans were really cheering for her up the stretch. So congratulations, gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, that's so far on Saturday Night Super Night. The best of the events are to come. The Langley, the Dan Patch, and the Orange and Blue for Colton Gelding. Stay tuned. We're going to take a timeout, but right back to Sportsman's after this.
If you race, breed, or own harness horses in Illinois, then Illinois Standard Bred Magazine is your ultimate source of information.
Illinois Standard Bred Magazine, the voice of harness racing here in Illinois.
Stay on stride with Illinois Standard Bred. To order 12 big issues, including the Stallion Registry, call Monday through Friday, area code 708-887-7722. Visa, MasterCard, and American Express all welcome. Illinois Standard Bred, written by Illinois horsemen for Illinois horsemen.
If you've been hurt in an accident and are looking for a lawyer, I'd like to talk to you briefly about reputation, because a law firm's reputation is everything. A reputation for hard work means stronger cases. A reputation as a no-nonsense negotiator with the insurance industry means more value for your claim. We have a reputation of helping accident victims. That's the kind of law firm we are. Call a law firm with a history of helping people. Harvey L. Wallner & Associates. Call Justice, Justice.
There's just a word, and there's no mistaking it.
Hello, Joe. What do you know?
Faking it was just for the feeling.
All right, let's sample a bottle.
With real attraction.
I'll make it two. One for you and one for me.
Just for the taste.
Now we get wrong.
Diet Coke.
Welcome back. We've got more racing action from Saturday Night Super Night at Sportsman's Park. It's a consolation race here in the 6th.
Oh, the 6th race. This is consolation number 1. Illinois Breds, the orange and blue. We get a full field of 10 horses.
And there go the Pacers. In the middle of the track, it's Broadway Gigolo away alertly for the lead. Along the inside, AJ's Dad. Far outside, Rosie Chic. 3 horses drive for position. It's Broadway Gigolo and Joe Anderson, your early leader, a length. AJ's Dad came away second. Rosie Chic looks for position third. Logan Square, the Roan Colt, pacing in fourth. Had to be a big shot in fifth. 2 back. Alienation racing in sixth. Another 2 ticked off in seventh. Jam F. Clipper is on the move. Willie B. Rich is out there. And at the end, early on, Fox Valley Frisco opening quarter, very quick, 27 flat. Broadway Gigolo, your leader, by 2. AJ's Dad getting the trip second. Rosie Chic. She's parked out there third. She will have her work cut out from out there. Along the inside, Logan Square racing in fourth. Had to be a big shot in fifth. Ticked off is on the move in sixth. To the inside of him, Alienation in seventh. Jam F. Clipper has covered third over out there in eighth. On the move from ninth, Willie B. Rich, and at the end, Fox Valley Frisco, the half 50, 6-1. The fast pace continues as they ramble around the far turn. And Broadway Gigolo opens up the lead now by 3. AJ's Dad is a patient second. Rosie Chic, the trip takes its toll. She drops back in third. Logan Square saves ground fourth. Had to be a big shot. Needs racing room. 3 wide, ticked off. Down the stretch they come. It's Broadway Gigolo. He's out there by 2. AJ's Dad gains on the leader second. Logan Square pacing in third. Had to be a big shot. Racing in fourth from far back, Willie B. Rich. He's winding up. He's coming on. Fox Valley Frisco is now in the action. Now it's AJ's Dad up quickly to wrestle the lead from Broadway Gigolo. It's AJ's Dad and Danny Knox. They draw up. Along the inside, Logan Square moves up. Far outside, had to be a big shot, but AJ's Dad easily wins it at the wire. Very close for second. Had to be a big shot, maybe.
A little bit of an upset here. AJ's Dad with Dan Knox in the bike at 1080. Terry Medine trains the winner, 155. That's another new mark. Had to be a big shot, got second. Fox Valley Frisco was third. 3-4, that's your winning perfecta, $324. Some happy people with the try of 3, 4, and 5, $949. In the pick 3, 7, 8, and 3, $42.20.
It's time for another one of the major stakes on the evening's card for 2-year-old colts and geldings. They've got to be Illinois conceived and foaled. Tom Simmons has an entry of Brass Door and Freedom Express. How about Broadway Promotion and Broadway Circle? Another entry. And Valiant Norman and Kelly the Clown. And here's the field for the orange and blue.
They're up and pacing. Brass Door along the inside, left fast. On the outside, moving up, Valiant Norman. Far outside, Native Bull. In between horses, Chicago Jazz, and they're battling for the lead-in position. From the outside, Valiant Norman now takes the lead. Brass Door is going to make them fight for the lead, and Brass Door holds the inside second. Native Bull on a power sweep. He looks like he wants the lead, and Native Bull now takes the lead. They went by the opening quarter in 27-4. Native Bull takes the lead by 2. Valiant Norman yields in second. Brass Door third. In fourth position on the mid-back stretch, Broadway Promotion. Chicago Jazz racing fifth. In sixth position, Broadway Circle. Then it's Freedom Express seventh. MK Tormentor eighth. On the inside, ninth, Bright Future trailing the field. Kelly the Clown. 8 lanes covers the field, and your new leader now is Broadway Promotion. A lot of movement here for these 2-year-olds. And the half was timed in 57-2. Second quarter in 29-3. Broadway Promotion has the lead by 2. Native Bull racing second. Here comes Chicago Jazz ranging up third. Valiant Norman shuffled, no place to go fourth. On the outside, Broadway Circle moving 3 wide. Then along the inside, Brass Door needs racing room, followed on the outside by Freedom Express. MK Tormentor tipped wide for the drive. They went by 3/4. 126-3. It's Broadway Promotion leading by 2. Closing ground, here comes Chicago Jazz on the outside, Broadway Circle. Valiant Norman now coming through along the inside, final 1/8 of a mile. Your leader is Broadway Promotion. Valiant Norman is coming to him. Here comes Brass Door, 3 deep. There's 3 in a drive to the wire. Valiant Norman with Brass Door closing best of all. That's Brass Door on the outside. Valiant Norman still there, can't split him.
And the victory in the photo number 1, Brass Door. Tom Simmons drives and trains, pays $9.80, $156 and 1 for the mile. Valiant Norman and Dave McGee was second. Broadway Promotion with Ronnie Marsh third. 1-2 Perfecta pays $58.80. 1-3-2 on the trifecta, $135.60. And how about happy owners? Owners that didn't expect to be in the winner's circle, here they are. Allow yourself to savor this moment. Brass Door's a big winner for you.
No, God, I can't believe it.
Now, how did you come to be co-owner in this horse?
Well, me and Donna, we've been partners for, a couple years on a couple horses, and we just had to sell, and we decided, we liked the colt, and we went ahead and bought him, and then, Don and I, we went in together.
Now, Don, I think I saw kind of a tear in your eye. You're so happy about winning Super Night.
Yeah, it's a great night. Never thought this would happen. I got to give all the credit in the world to the Simmonses. They're hard-working people. They got a good crew. They just put in hours and hours, and they're great to be in partners with. They take care of everything, and it makes it a pleasure for everybody, and I'm just real happy for everyone involved.
Well, now I heard someone of your friends in the winner's circle talking about Mildred Ambler. They bought the mother for $400.
Oh, I don't know nothing about
and now
that.
here you've taken home a large chunk of $360,000. Has that sunk in yet?
No. No.
How many more horses are you going to buy now, Don?
We've already bought 3 colts this year together, and there's a sale tomorrow. Who knows?
Yeah, really.
Much more money in your checkbook now. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Well, we talked to Tom Simmons. He said he was leaving out of there. He got a good trip. Mike, what do you think? Mike talked to him trackside.
I'll tell you what, you'll seem pretty calm after a big victory.
I tell you what, I didn't like the way that race unfolded at all.
I thought you're going to be up close.
Well, I intended to be, but everybody kept moving, and I didn't want to be first over with him, and so I had 3 good ones in front of me, so I didn't like that way it was back down the backside. I was getting covered up way too deep, man.
Now, this horse came in the race very, very sharp. You brought him along kind of slowly.
He's been sick on me. After he finished 4th up here, he had 2 days later, he had a temperature 103, so I knew then I should have been right on top of the Sheik that night. Ended up 4th, but 2 days later he had temperature 103, and I didn't get him back going for about 30 days.
And then you had him in, and on the 9th of September, 3 days later, right back in the eliminations.
Well, I thought it'd be a good tightener, and I was running out of time. In 30 days' time, he only been a mile, and like 4 or 5 miles in 20, and 1 and 2:12. That wasn't enough to really try to handle these boys.
So that worked out well then.
Yes, I think it did real well.
What about the horse himself? And this is did you buy him privately or?
Yeah, I bought him at I sold a sale, $4,000.
Not bad, 4,000.
Yeah.
And let's see, he made half of 360 tonight.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations to Orange and Blue winner Brass Door.
Okay, the 8th race. This is a consolation again of the Orange and Blue fillies, Illinois breds. We had a field of 8.
They're off. On the outside, that Sudden Flow for the early lead, driving up between horses Sirs Lady and Sudden Flow gets the lead. Sirs Lady second, Broadway lead is third. Have You Seen Her fourth with Mystical Love fifth. Jazzy Jessica sixth, Nitro Nancy and far back after a miscue. Incredible Success. They go off the quarter, 28-3. Sudden Flow leads a length and a half. Sirs Lady is second with the Broadway lead. Third, racing in fourth. Have You Seen Her? I certainly have. In fifth position as they go to the half mile. That's Mystical Love racing in sixth along the inside. Jazzy Jessica in seventh. Nitro Nancy trailing. Incredible Success. They go to the half mile. Up top by a length, Sudden Flow. Racing in second is Sirs Lady, the half mile, 1 minute and 2/5. It's Sudden Flow, the leader, racing second, Sirs Lady. Up on the outside to be third as they swing round the turn now with the Russian taking the lead. Mystical Love. Mystical Love hits the top, leads by 2. Racing in second position as they turn for home. Have You Seen Her? It's Mystical Love, the leader, towards the inside. Have you seen her racing second? Final eighth of a mile. Mystical Love fighting to hang on. Have you seen her looking for racing room second? That's Surge Lady out in the middle of the track, closing with a rush. Mystical Love leads Surge Lady. Have you seen her along the inside? Mystical Love leads it. It's Mystical Love in front. Racing second. Have you seen her with Surge Lady?
And it wasn't Mystical Love. That was Joe Anderson in the bike, Dirk Simpson trains, and it was a $5 winning mutual. Second place to Have You Seen Her. Surge Lady was third. And Eleanor was in a winner's circle with a couple of happy 4-H members.
Okay, ladies, it's Super Night, and you have a very special story to tell about your road here to Super Night, and it has to do with your involvement with the 4-H club. Sky, why don't you tell us what it's all about?
Well, there's a 4-H standardbred horse program where different farms donate standardbred fillies or colts to the 4-H program, and sometimes people get chosen to raise one of these yearlings for a year, and then we sell it at a sale. And usually I guess they give us the ones they don't think will do very well. But apparently this one.
Mystical Love's done very well, Jamie. And what do you feel about the success? And what do you attribute to your fine care that makes this horse so successful?
Well, I was really happy just to raise her because she wanted to learn. She just loved it, and I'm just really happy with her. I feel like I'm living a dream right now.
Now, do you feel that this has encouraged you to maybe take on other yearlings and teach them some of the things that you've taught Mystical Love? How about it?
Well, she kind of wore us out. I mean, we had to raise her for a year, and she just kept getting into trouble and stuff. And so this year we didn't do it, and I don't know if we'll do it again because it was so much work. It was worth it, but I don't know if we really want to do all that again.
Well, congratulations, ladies. You're really paving the way for a lot of other young people to get involved in the sport. We're very happy to have you with us.
Thank you.
Well, I think they're telling the story, Mike, of everybody, every trainer, driver, and owner, that it's a lot of hard work to get here to Super Night, but it's well worth the smiles. Let's look at the championship for the Dan Patch. They're 3-year-olds and up. They're Illinois conceived and foaled, a field of 10. Nobody figured it was going to go this way.
They're often pacing into the Dan Patch, Lake Hills, Texas. Powers between horses far outside. Sack Attack further out, Buck and Wing. They drive for position. Joe Anderson goes to work on Lake Hills, Texas. He gets the lead a length. Buck and Wing moves up alongside to challenge second. Master Sean came away third. The long shot, Sack Attack, gets a nice hole fourth. 2 back, He'll Be Flashy pacing in fifth. Son of a Wolf racing in sixth. 3 lengths, Best Behavior on the move in seventh. Favorite Society racing in eighth. He'll Be Fantastic. Yuppie Society is at the end. Opening quarter 27-1. They're moving down the backside. They race into the 3/8, and now with an early move, it's Master Sean. Dave McGee puts the favorite Master Sean on top, a tight length. Buck and Wing racing in second. Lake Hills, Texas third. 2.5 back. Sack Attack pacing in fourth. He'll Be Flashy to the outside fifth. Son of a Wolf saves ground sixth. Favorite Society moves up second over in seventh. To the inside of him, Best Behavior. He'll Be Fantastic. And Yuppie Society, they have 56-3. They're rolling along around the far turn. It's Master Sean on top, a length. Buck and Wing right there in second. He'll Be Flashy going the difficult trip third. Favorite Society second over with cover. Lake Hills, Texas needs racing room along the inside. In fifth, down the stretch they come. It's Master Sean now rolling away to a 2-length lead. Buck and Wing racing in second. Lake Hills, Texas. He needs racing room third, far outside. Favorite Society moves up further out. Yuppie Society now comes on. Master Sean, he's under a drive. Here comes Favorite Society. Between horses, Buck and Wing, Lake Hills, Texas. Now it's Favorite Society getting the lead. Master Sean still there, but it's Favorite Society winning the Dan Patch.
And the victory goes to number 8, Favorite Society. Ron Marsh drives. Bob Farrington trains 10-20, the winning mutual. Master Sean trying to hang on, got second with Dave McGee, Lake Hills, Texas, and Joe Anderson coming on to be third. 154-3, a very nice mile. 8-2 perfected, 26.80. 8-2-4 in the try, $107 even. Does it ever get tiring for Bob and Viv Farrington to win all these races? Okay, Bob and Viv, this is like Reminisce. You guys take home a lot of this big purse money on these big races. Viv, how do you feel, and what did you think going into the races tonight?
Well, I feel great right now going into the race. I didn't think we could beat Master Sean.
had to be impressed with the speed duel up the stretch here, the long stretch at Sportsman's. Do you think that made the difference?
It didn't hurt him any, but I was afraid his post position and when he left and took off, he was so far back. I didn't think we had a shot. I really didn't.
Now, Bob, when you're buying horses and you're training them and you bring them along to a big race like this, what did you think about today in just preparing for the race?
Well, this colt's been real good all year. He's won half of his starts, and we didn't break him till the middle of summer when he was a 3-year-old. And he raced 4 times last year, and we raced him, I think, around 20 times this year. He's won half his starts, and we raised him, bred him, raised him, and he's kind of sentimental to our heart. We just kind of pepped him for this race here because, you know, as a 4-year-old, there's not too many stake races for him to go for, so we kind of pointed him for this race here.
You're a Hall of Famer. You've won a lot of big races. Ramblin' Willie, I guess, is both of your claim to fame. But does it ever get old winning these big races?
Never, never. The excitement's always there. It's great.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And driver Ron Marsh had to be really happy about catching Master Sean.
Yes, he did. I got a smiling Ron Marsh in a winner's circle.
Finally win one. Mike, how about that, huh? Finally win one tonight. It's been a tough night, but my horses are really on the whole all race good.
Well, this horse here, you know, you had to be impressed going into it with last week's effort.
Really raced good for me last week. Got a pretty good trip. I stayed in and got out in the stretch, and he flourished real good. The thing I was worried about tonight was the big difference in post positions between Master Sean and me. When the gate folded, I was going to get away last. I said, oh, no, and I know I can't get there. So I just let him float on around. He was out the whole mile. He was out on the outside of horses the whole mile. Got lucky and got Doug Hamilton out going to the half. Colt picked the lines right back up for me, and then he was ready to go. And at the top of the stretch, he fired.
Well, you know, I looked at the fraction. Second quarter, you know, pretty fast for Master Sean, but he got the breather in the third, and that's when I thought, hey, he might be able to hold on.
Yeah, me too. Me too. That was when I was making my move when he was taking a little rest. So it all kind of worked out in the end. I was close enough to him tonight to get him at the wire.
Did you think that Bob having this horse going against mostly older horses, open company, helps?
It does if the colt performs well, you know, and he did. He showed he got his confidence going, building. He don't know who he's in with, really, but he was able to beat those horses, you know, and it showed that he had the pace on the end of it if I drove him right to compete with, you know, a lot of horses here in Illinois.
And this particular track has to definitely favor a horse like this.
Yeah, he's a one-move horse, big, strong brush on the end of it for you if everything goes right. And that's how we taught him to race. That's how Bob wanted to see him race, and that's what happened.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations to Favorite Society and all the other Dan Patch horses for competing. What's coming up right after this? We're waiting for the Langleys. Stay tuned.
You know, the practice of law can get pretty complex at times. But our philosophy remains very simple. We want to help accident victims. We've been privileged to represent many fine people and their families over the years. People who come to us hurt and confused about what to do next. We've helped them, and maybe we can help you. That's the kind of law firm we are. Call a law firm with a history of helping people. Harvey L. Wallner & Associates. Call Justice, Justice.
They're coming home now. Plum Peachy leads. Here comes Lake Hills Leota. It's Plum Peachy the leader. Lake Hills Leota out there second. Z Winner is third. Plum Peachy's under a drive on the outside. Lake Hills Leota. It's the Peach in front. Lake Hills Leota second. Z Winner third.
This Illinois Racing Memory is brought to you by the Illinois Department of Agriculture.
He's never read a line or written a single word, yet a whole magazine is dedicated to him. Times in Harness, the new breed of magazine for insider information. Influential, provocative, exciting, colorful. Times in Harness, the leader in the field. Times in Harness.
Welcome back. and we've still got more race results from Saturday Night Super Night at Sportsman's Park. We continue with the consolation on the Langley Memorial.
That's the 10th race, Eleanor. This is consolation number 1, 3-year-old Illinois breds. Big field, up 10.
They're up and pacing on the far outside. Shantytown Raider left well in between horses. Brad's Ideal moves up along the inside. Laser Rev Wreck. Now these three across the track battling for the lead. Broadway Top Gun settles in 4th with Jury's Out on the inside 5th. Parked in 6th. Rorty JB 7th along the inside as Fox Valley Cowboy. Broadway Jazz came away 8th. Eye on the Gem is 9th. Classic Carson is the early trailer. Quarter time 28-2, and on the outside there goes Shantytown Raider to take the lead. It's Shantytown Raider leading by 2. Brad's Ideal second a length. Laser Rev Wreck is 3rd. Broadway Top Gun is 4th. Racing in 5th. Jury's Out. He's on the move now. Saving ground on the inside. 6th is Fox Valley Cowboy. Wardy JB's been parked from the word go. He's in 7th. Broadway Jazz in 8th. The 9th position. Eye on the Gem. Classic Carson still at the end. 8 lanes covers this field off a half in 58 seconds flat. Round the far turn they race. Your leader by a length is Shantytown Raider. There goes Broadway Top Gun quickly up to be 2nd. Right behind him, Jury's Out gains ground 3rd. Brad's Ideal losing ground 4th. Looking for racing room now, driving between horses. Laser Rev Wreck, Pacers turn for home. On the inside, Shantytown Raider on the outside. Broadway Top Gun, the challenger 2nd. Jury's Out tips 3 deep 3rd. Closing ground from far back, Broadway Jazz. That's Broadway Jazz quickly on the outside, taking the lead. Jury's Out trying to move with them. Dropping back is Shantytown Raider. Closing ground along the inside. Here comes Fox Valley Cowboy. But Broadway Jazz has the lead and going the best. Broadway Jazz wins it by 3. Close for 2nd between Classic Carson, Eye on the Gem. Very close for 2nd.
Trained and driven by Tom Harmer, Broadway Jazz wins it 156-1 at 4:40. That's a new mark. Classic Carson came on to be 2nd. Eye on the Gem was 3rd. We have a winning perfect of 7-10, 39-20, 7-10-8 try, 349-40.
It's time for the Pete Langley Memorial Championship. $230,000 is the purse on the line for the field of 3-year-old Illinois conceived and foaled Pacers. Field of 11, 10 across, and Dave McGee and Kavinsky are the trailer behind Broadway Debut and Roger Carr. Here's the call.
They're off. On the outside, that's Bow and Arrow for the early lead, and Bow and Arrow gets the early lead between horses. Bells and Whistles coming away 3rd. Broadway Bravado up on the outside. I Wanna Kiss 4th. Racing in 5th. Broadway Debut. In 6th is Kavitsky. Broadway Circuit is 7th up on the outside there now. Wicked Brew. They go off the quarter. 27-4. They're Mo Dockin. Broadway Bravado leads. I Wanna Kiss the challenger 2nd. Bow and Arrow 3rd. Broadway Debut racing 4th. Roger Carr comes on 5th. Bells and Whistles 6th. Kavitsky is 7th. They're double decked. The leader is Broadway Debut by a length. Up on the outside to challenge 2nd as they go to the turn now. Broadway Bravado. Roger Carr moves up 3rd. It's Broadway Debut on a short lead. Broadway Debut leads up on the outside to challenge 2nd. It's I Wanna Kiss. It's I Wanna Kiss on the inside. Broadway Debut on the outside. Roger Carr's into the action. They turn for home. Broadway Debut on a tenuous lead. I Wanna Kiss down alongside 2nd. They fan across the track. That's Roger Carr in the middle. Broadway Bravado down along the inside. They spread across the track. Roger Carr's under a powerhouse drive. On the outside, closing ground now is Kavitsky. On the far outside, Wicked Brew down along the rail. Broadway Debut, very tight.
And the victory goes to number 9, Wicked Brew. Last year's orange and blue winner. Doug Larson drives. Mickey Rodriguez trains. $22, the winning Mutual. Home Pro Michael and Gerald Bussey was second at $15.40 to place. How about Broadway Debut up there for third? $155 flat the time for the mile. Perfecta 9 and 6, $345. 961 on the try, $2,709 even. And the late daily double of 9 and 6 pays $246 even. Mike talked to the driver of Wicked Brew, Doug Larson.
A little sigh of relief after the photo?
Yeah, a real sigh of relief. If you notice, it's been a tough night so far. But he raced good.
You know, going into the race, I know he had a little bit of some problems. He wasn't himself last week.
Yeah, they're battling some problems with him right now, and they've done just a great job to get him here and to get him this far.
And going into the race, one thing that surprised me was the odds, because obviously a lot of people didn't think so. He went off and paid $22.
Yeah, well, Roger Carr and Kvitsky, you know, they've been real good, and they had the inside post, and they got all the play.
How did the race set up for you? I guess the fractions had to go your way.
Yeah, and then I couldn't get away dead last and have any chance, so I just let the horse float on out of there, and if he got a hole, fine. Otherwise, I know it wouldn't be a couple of steps, and there'd be cover for him, so I figured it's better to just get away and try and get away in the middle of the field and sit there while because you got to figure they're going to go pretty fast on trying, changing leads when there's a few horses that think they have a big chance.
And of course, this is a repeat performance.
Yeah, big. Wish I had been driving them last year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And the happy winners were Ralph and Dorothy Sergo. Ralph, you liked winning so much last year. You came back and you did it again. But you know what? $22 to win. I don't know if the fans had too much faith in this horse.
I guess they didn't. They sure as hell didn't.
Now, what about going into a big race like this? How did you know he was going to be peaked and be ready, or were you unsure as everybody else was?
Well, he wasn't really that ready. He was only hitting at like 6 cylinders. He wasn't just, he's off a little bit. You know as well as I do he's off.
Now, Dorothy, last year you said you're so happy Ralph won because he really deserves it and all this kind of stuff. How do you explain back-to-back victories here?
I don't know how to explain it. I'm just really happy.
Okay, now you bought the horse last year right before Super Night. Am I right? And now how many horses do you think that you're going to add to your collection now with all of your winning?
At the present moment, none. None.
So you're just happy with Wicked Brew?
Yes. I have 6 of them. That's enough for right now.
Congratulations, both of you. I'm
Thanks
really
a lot.
happy.
Thank you, Eleanor.
And congratulations to Wicked Brew. I think Ghost Sox won the orange and blue and then came back and won the Langley. Now Wicked Brew is following in his footsteps. Congratulations.
One more race to look at, the 12th race, Dan Pat's Consolation, a field of 7.
Rio Hawk leads 3 parts of a length. Now Fox Valley Zeus is up to challenge and put ahead in front. It's Fox Valley Zeus with 3/8 of a mile to pace, leading ahead, but Rio Hawk holds the rail, fights back second. Marengo Lane racing in third. Reggae Skipper comes on fourth. Impetuous Viking, and along the inside, that's Leave 'em Barefooted, driving from last, JB's Jason. They're inside the quarter pole. Fox Valley Zeus leads a length. Rio Hawk tries to fight back second. Marengo Lane moves up third. Reggae Skipper racing in fourth. Leave 'em Barefooted, he moves up in fifth. They're inside the 8th pole. Fox Valley Zeus on a short lead. Marengo Lane moves up. Reggae Skipper further out. Leave 'em Barefooted, they bunch up at the 16th pole. Now that's Leave 'em Barefooted, fastest of all. Reggae Skipper second, Marengo Lane third.
And it was Mike Schuffler behind Leave 'em Barefooted. Mike also trains the winner, winning at 8:20, finishing second, Reggae Skipper, finishing third, Marengo Lane. We have a winning Perfecta, 5-3, 110.80. We have a winning Trifecta. What is it, $3,980?
Yes, that's right, Mike.
And we have a big
Total
handle,
combined
right?
handle, $2.5 million. To be exact, $2,592,754.
Sportsman's High.
Sportsman's High, a Super Night record. And congratulations to all of the winners from Saturday Night Super Night. Stay tuned, we're coming back handicapping Monday at Sportsman's.
Super Low Foods, where every day we live up to our name. We sell only quality meats, and our fruit and vegetables are fresh daily. This week's specials are
Country Delight Butter, a 1-pound pack, just 58 cents with each $10 purchase. Large grade A eggs at 58 cents a dozen. Country Delight White Bread, a 16-ounce loaf, 4 for $1. And large tomatoes, 4 pounds for $1.
Located in Elmwood Park on Grand Avenue, just 2 blocks west of Harlem. Stop by and shop and see what a difference a family-owned and operated store can make.
Sportsman's Park, Chicago's premier harness track. And now, the tradition continues on the longest stretch in North America.
Welcome back, and we're taking a break. Sitting back, relaxing after Super Night. I had such a good time.
Me too.
The early part of the evening, I was very upset about the US 99 panic attack thing. I have to tell you, it kind of set the tone for my evening, and it was a little bad.
Then you got rolling again.
Then I got rolling again because, you know, you're in the winner's circle with all the winners, and they're so happy, and the owners are so nice, and the fans were great.
I thought
We want
the
to
fans
thank
were
our
great.
sponsors.
Just super
and
people.
thank Home Run and Pizza for feeding us after it was all over. Jerry,
loved
May,
it.
and Phyllis. Yes, we had a good time. And thanks to Modern Tuxedo and Julie Stewart from DeCarlos for coming out and doing my hair. And
Thank you for the tie.
that was for
The
me.
cover by- no,
I picked that out
very
for you.
nice, huh?
Thanks to everybody from Super Night. The drivers, the trainers, the horses do a great job, and we really, really enjoyed ourselves. Now, the final word on Saturday Night Super Night is going to come from the president of the IHHA, Jim Reynolds.
Well, Illinois, clearly this is one of the big highlights of the season. It's a time when we can spotlight the Illinois breds in this state. It shows really that the Illinois breds in the last 10 years or so have really come a long way. And in fact, you can see some of the miles here show that we're, you know, we can be competitive with anybody in the nation. And it's really a big night for the Illinois people. Have a big handle here, and it's we're kind of proud of the whole thing.
Well, and thanks to the crew at Access Video for helping us on our big show. Thanks, you guys. We
And they helped
appreciate
us
it.
eat the pizza, too.
Yeah, they
Thank
sure
you, guys.
did. Now let's handicap Monday night's card at Sportsman's Park. It's a stake race for 3-year-old Illinois conceived and foaled filly trotters. Talk about good. Dave McGee in the bike from the 5 spot, but another big field. 12 trotters, 12.
12,
Mike?
yeah, and Sadie Graham's going to be tough.
Yeah.
She's traded victories, but talk about good. I thought Dave has a little bit of edge on posts. I'll give him the nod here.
4-H girls are associated with Mystical Marker Farm, so I'm going with Bridden Bet.
Okay.
How's that? Crystal Chef in the second, Dean McGee in the bike this time around.
Tough trip, Eleanor. Maybe with the easier trip, he can beat Sunny Prize, the one to catch, and Lake Hills Guys, the other threat.
2, 3, and 4-year-olds now winners to 2 races in a lifetime. How about joining forces in Danny Knox, your 3rd race trifecta key?
Not often you see a horse qualifying first time without hobbles, first time on Lasix, 158 and 4. Enough said.
How about Danny Knox? Can he win right back here in the 4th? Sure. In the perfecta? Take my advice. Yes.
He had a winner on Super Night, too. Take My Advice comes off a narrow loss, I should say. Racing well. Should get the kind of trip to win the race, Eleanor.
Mike likes number 5, Sid Masquerade with Anthony Morgan in the bike. I like number 8, Always a Party. What do you think about that?
Well, Always a Party has been going against those good horses like Classical Dance over in Springfield and actually in DuQuoin. Incredible Smooth is the one I'm worried about. Big 3-wide move. I thought Sid Masquerade also came off a very good effort.
How about Autumn Express, Randy Jacobs and those 8 claimers?
3 out of the last 4. He's sharp veteran. I think Gluck could be effective up close, but I'll go Autumn Express.
The Rail, Mike Arnold, Mr. Destiny in the 7th.
You know, it's one of those where I almost changed my mind again, and you know what happened to me last time, so I was going to take Deputy Fife, and I'm going to stick with Mr. Destiny. Hope he doesn't have to go first over.
You lost last time. Let's
Yes,
just remind
that's
you
why
of
I
that.
said it.
Their field of trotters here in the 8th race and now winners of $8,000 since the 1st of May. Mike's pick is Love's Labor and Joe Anderson.
Well, he's been downstate at Springfield and DuQuoin, and he's been racing well against horses like Federal Arsenal. I should say she, and I think she is a winner.
Okay. And in the 9th race, it's always something with Walter Paisley.
It's always something with Butch here. Okay. How about the effort? This horse got to the front end at 59 and 4 and was all over. I don't think it's going to be that easy. I think Lake Hill Society is going to make things very difficult. Look for the 2 horses to be closing. That's Sweet as Clover and Merrill's Love.
Jeffrey Tilden, the Boy Scout, has a live drive here. He's got the rail. He's got Curlywood. He's got a winner here in the 10th.
I think so. You know, he had the 10 hole. And you got to have position to win. He just didn't have it. He was bothered early. And you go back to the 2 previous efforts, this horse raced real well. Won them both.
The 10 horse is your 11th race trifecta key, Sue Lanju, Dave McGee in the bike.
I don't know, this horse is going out. Got caught last time, so we're going to need a little bit bigger effort to hold off Stingy Tyler.
Okay, that's Monday night's card from Sportsman's Park. We want to thank everybody again for Super Night.
Yeah,
My good friend Megan Dockendorfer was there. Ideal Angel was a big winner. All of the big winners from Super Night. Congratulations to all the Illinois breds. So until next time, we're going to see you at the races.
Good night.